Alright, hopefully we're all good. Good stuff. For a second my mic was off, I was like, uh-oh, that's not good. But this isn't a gameplay or anything, as you can see. It's just something, I want to show you some stuff that I got at the flea market, some retro stuff. Because I'm always collecting consoles, retro consoles and such, so I always want to be sure to keep on collecting and such. So that's actually what I'm going to be showing you guys today. So let me see if... Hey, what's up, Magic Tech Review? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Thank you for stopping in on the stream. Highly appreciate it. But like I said, I'm not doing any gameplay on this or anything like that. It's just, you know what I mean? I'm just showing off some stuff that I got. So anyways, let's get started. So let me actually grab the bag right here that I got from there. Pretty good stuff. This was obtained from Columbus Flea Market, which is located in New Jersey. I think you know where it is, Magic Tech Review. I think you know where that is. Because I think you told me that you've been there before. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Dropping the crap. Alright, so I got 2 NES games, 2 PlayStation 2 games. Actually, I did get another PlayStation 2 game that I found that somebody dropped after everybody left. A Game Boy Color and an N64 game. So we're actually going to look over that and everything, all that good stuff. So, hey, what's up, Aloe? How you doing, Aloe Lindsay? Basecamp still, yeah, it definitely is. I'm actually gonna make it a little bit bigger just for this video on this occasion. So let's actually make this a little bit bigger. Hopefully that's pretty good. Actually, you know what? Here, I know how to solve this, my dudes. I know how to solve this. So let me actually bring this back in here real fast. No big deal, because I actually have a Basecamp thing right here, so I'm just gonna fix that before we actually get into it. So there we go, good stuff. Let me know how that is. So everything pretty good in the hood. I hope so. So let me see right here. Yeah, so if it's, you know what I mean, let me know if the face cam's a-okay. So the first thing that we actually have right here, let me actually throw this tab to the side so I can see comments and everything. Good stuff, you know. So anyways, the first thing, I'll show you the N64 game, which is the Quake, original Quake game for N64. Very popular title, especially for PCs. So if you're actually able to, you know what I mean, if you want to get into the FPS genre and you don't have a good PC, that's like a really good game to start out with. Yeah, it is. I made it pretty dark because I don't want everything else, all the crap behind me, all taking up space, because I am moving rooms, so I don't want you. You know what I mean? It's pretty crappy behind me. I don't really want to show that. So that's why I just show my face. That's like the only thing I really focus on most. Alright, thank you for letting me know it's good. Hopefully it is. So, anyways though, actually I'll show you the Game Boy Color last. I actually used to have a lime green one. Let me know if you had one. Because I know a lot of people still keep their retro stuff with them at all times. So, the first game I got right here, which is Wild Gunman. If you don't know what this game is, you might remember if you watched Back to the Future 2. Back to the Future 2 had a reference to where they were like, oh, that's a kid's toy. You know what I mean? When you see Marty McFly using the little gun on the game. So I think it actually used to be in an arcade cabinet as well. I'm not too sure, but that's Wild Gunman right there for NES. I actually have to get the light gun whenever I can. My friend has it, but he used it for plush props, which really sucks, so I might have to ask him if I can buy that off of him. The next game we got here is Hogan's Valley. This is another game that you can use the light gun for. Here's like a better view on it. Hogan's Valley. Good stuff. Let me know if you actually tried any of these light games as well. The light gun. I think that's what it's called. I'll show you now the 2 PS2 games I got. The 2 PS2 games I got right here. One really holds a place in my heart. Because I played it so much when I was little, which is Stuntman. This is a game that you do not see anybody say that they really worship of. It's actually not bad. Again, Shay Kennedy here. Thank you very much, man. I highly appreciate that. Stuntman, this is actually, it's such a good game because it's something, it has a lot of replay value to where you have to make sure you perfect the scene. That's what these levels are. They're called scenes basically because it's Stuntman. It's, you know, basically what it entails in there. Basically, as it says on the back right here, arise from the rookie driver to hero of the silver screen. Basically, you're an actor for a film, basically, and you're driving all these vehicles. Here, I'll show you the back right here. So it's pretty intense in the game, as you can see right here. You actually get to drive a lot of cool vehicles, and one thing I really love is that they have like an open, like, you know what I mean, like open area where you can create your own track and all that stuff. Yeah, you know, I always found it so funny how these NES cartridges are so big, because, like, if you look at them, they're the size, you know, basically almost the size of my face right here. So, you know what I mean? It's, like, taking up so much, and it's funny because people are actually able to fit in a whole computer inside one of these cartridges, which is even funnier. I think the Raspberry Pi is what people used for that. The Raspberry Pi is pretty interesting. I'm actually going to be trying to get one. I actually ordered one in my shop at school. So I'll be getting that shipped over, and we'll be trying that out on our 4-foot wide monitor. I know that's pretty freaking nutty, saying that by itself. I actually have to get an overlay for the face cam. I'll make sure I make one of those at some point in time. Definitely not right now, though. Definitely not right now. But yeah, this is Stuntman. If you actually do see this game around, and if you have a PS2, literally go off and go, you know, get it. It's such a fun game and has a lot of replay value. Yo, what's up, TJ? How you doing, buddy? That's really cool. Are you actually still live streaming right now? Because I seen you streaming, and I went to go fix up my room a bit, because right now we had to cut up some wood to help out with the slabs next to that vent, because there is some hole, like a hole gap in there. Another game I got, which is what a lot of people know of, and a lot of people probably play and go back to, which is Bully. Bully, oh man. It's, in my opinion, it's one of the great games to go back to if you were to play some PS2 games. This is like one of those games that you will call love, that you like to play, because basically you're just a kid in school, basically, or in this case, Bullworth Academy, and you know what I mean, like you actually do school stuff, where, you know what I mean, like you're in chemistry, where you're actually, you know what I mean, like mixing formulas together, and you can actually use that to your advantage later on. Can you run Windows on the Raspberry Pi? I never seen anybody run Windows on the Raspberry Pi. I think the Raspberry Pi is pretty limited when it comes to that. I actually have to see if there's any videos relating to that, because I actually never looked that up before. I mostly just see people load up little stuff such as the Raspberry Pi OS kind of thing, so that's like, you know, that's well what there is with that. It's really good for just, you know, RetroPie itself, but it's also used for in many tech products that people make, such as like smart radios and everything. It's super crazy what people make out of the Raspberry Pi. I'm bringing people in here. Hey, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. We're going to get you some good views. Hey, I appreciate that, my dude. I appreciate that. Bully is school version. That's literally it. Bully is the school version of GTA. You know what I mean? Like, just that, like, you actually are able to go inside. Like, basically this you know, it's like GTA, but taking place inside and outside of school. Like, you know what I mean? That's basically all what it is, and it's really cool. You know what I mean? Just going through, playing that game. Just got, you know what I mean? Like, even the fighting style in the game is pretty cool, and how you can, like, create your own stuff and everything. That's, like, a game that mostly anybody can go back to. I'm actually probably going to go onto the Windows side and show you guys a little bit of gameplay of these games. I don't have them hooked up to any console right now, so I can't actually show the games live or anything like that. But the last thing I will show right here is my good old Gameboy Color that I got. Here it is right here. I got this for $25 at the flea market, so pretty good stuff. I believe this takes, yeah, it just takes 2 AA's. It's not like the, you know, original Game Boy where it's 4 AA's. Or, I believe the Atari Lynx takes up 4 double, wait, no. I'm trying to remember. I think it takes like, yeah, I can't fully remember. I know it takes some big size batteries though. Hey, what's up, Shay? Thank you for joining in on the stream. Highly appreciate it. This is like a little small stream that I was just doing just to show off a little bit of the stuff that I have that I got from the flea market. Because, oh man. So, as everybody left from the place itself, I actually came across some PC games that people actually, you know, left out. And I think I want to make a video on shitty games on PC, because that's literally all I found here at the flea market. Just shit games to play. But I actually did find this just laying on a table while everybody was gone, which was Medal of Honor Rising Sun. I actually never heard of this game before. I know a lot of people have heard of the other Medal of Honor game, which is pretty popular. I forgot the name of that one too. I don't own a Game Boy, but I do have. Yeah, like there's many emulators out there. You can get emulators on Android, iOS, and of course PC. There's like so many so many emulators for Game Boy. It's crazy. I would highly recommend checking out um, what is it, GBA for iOS, which is a really good emulator if you have an iOS device. And then you use My Boy for Android. So make me a mod. All right, I got it. I'll definitely do that for you. I'll definitely do that for you. How you doing, Mill Hustles? You doing pretty good, bro? Doing pretty good? Yeah, I'll make sure I definitely make you mod after this, actually. I'll definitely do that. Yo, welcome. See, I like that. See, we got some positive vibes in here. That's what we like to hear. Don't mind those ginormous Nerf guns behind me. I'm actually going to be selling those if anybody's interested. They don't come with any Nerf bullets, but they are working, and they do have the magazine, so that's something that's pretty cool. Yeah, definitely. Thank you very much for bringing everybody in here. I highly appreciate that. It's always good to get everybody in here and actually talking about, for me, I like to talk about retro consoles and talk about a lot of things within, with PCs and PC gaming itself. And of course, graphics in general. A lot of people like to talk about graphics. That's something that I definitely can talk about as well. I really appreciate like budget graphics, which is basically using online editors. So if anybody has questions for that, always let me know in there. I always like to help people out when it comes to graphic design if you really want to get into it and start out with it. So anyways, let's get into the very crappy, very cheesy PC games I found. So, oh my god, this game. It's called Dear Avenger 4, The Redneck Strike Back. Oh Jesus! Like I seen this game and I'm like, you know what I mean? I just see it laying out. I'm like, oh, it's a shit game waiting to be picked up. And you know what I mean? I picked it up and there we go. We got 5 watching. See, we're getting some people in here. It's the 4th installment of the best-selling parody series. So it's saying itself as a parody series. So that's one thing that we can kind of be okay with. So I'll show you the back right here. Here's the back. Luckily the camera is so you can actually read it. It's not flipped over. But here it is. Bambo's back and he's better than ever. Dear Avenger 4 brings a new level of gameplay to the hilarious parody series. The 3D environments are so real, you'll become one with Bambo. Not Rambo, Bambo. So, as you can see, this is a parody of Rambo as a game itself, so that's really amazing. Yeah, I like to bring positive vibes. I thought about you, and you said what you said on MTR live stream last night. I love PC games from the late 90s to mid 2000s. Yeah, definitely thank you for coming back to check it out, Shay. I highly appreciate that. I definitely like to talk a lot within tech or electronics. I like to talk about more of like Magic Tech Review. You know what I mean? Him and a lot of other people within that community like to talk about tech and budget phones and basically you know what I mean, like that tech in a whole and other tech products as well. I like to look over electronics, so you know what I mean. I actually look deeper into it. That's what I like to do because I like seeing how things actually work. But yeah, a lot of the PC games from the late 90s to 2000s are amazing, you know what I mean? Like, for example, Quake right here, you know what I mean? Half-Life, another great game. There's so many like great games that I think so many people should go back to. It's pretty nutty. I actually want to see when this game was made, but I am going to do this for a stream, this parody of Rambo. Oh, jeez. It's just like a game that says, pick me up. If that's part 4, that means it's sold. Yep, I guess they did sell well. You know what? Here, let me actually look it up right now. If I do see anything, I'll actually let you guys know here. So, let me actually type it up now. What is it? Dear Avenger. Dear Avenger 5? Is there actually a Dear... Dear Avenger 5. Okay. Oh, wait, no. Okay, no, thank God. Never mind. I really thought there was a 5th one, but... people just thought there was a 5th one. Alright, so let me actually go to... Let me see if there actually is a first game. Wow, there is a first game. There is a first game. Alright, here, let me bring you in on the tab right here so you can actually see. So here's the tab. Sorry, it's a little bit small, but that's... I'm going to expand it out a little bit so you guys can see. So here it is right here. Dear Avenger. Jesus game. Dear... It's actually a 2D game. Like, look how crappy this is right here. And then let me look up Dear Avenger 4. Here's Dear Avenger 4. See how like crazy difference that is? Like how crazy different that is? Oh my jeez, that's so freaking funny to be honest. So let me actually go back right here. Shark. Oh no. Yeah, basically you're definitely a phone guy. You know more. You definitely know more about that stuff than I do. Because like me, I always been in the phones, but not too into, you know what I mean, like what phone's coming out next, what specs that phone have. I'm more into what's in the software side when it comes to phones, basically. But when it comes to other electronics, you know what I mean, then that's different when it comes to specs. Sharknado. Let's just have a rip in the chat for Sharknado. Yeah, they definitely like looking right there from Dear Avenger 1 to 4, like that's very drastic from a crappy 2D game to a 3D game right there. I actually really want to try this badly. Let me actually open it up because I never went to see if the game's actually in there. Let's get out the good old wolf knife. I know you MTR got a good looking knife too. This is my knife right here. Good old wolf knife I got from this wolf preserve. Let me do something real quick right here. Alright, I just had to talk to somebody real quick. That's Zell. Sonic the Hedgehog is actually a hard game. The reason why the first game is definitely difficult is because of the platforming. The platforming in Sonic 1 can be pretty difficult, especially in the later sections with like Labyrinth Zone and the very last zone. See, I'm here, MTR, lol. If you need a mod, I'll be one for you, slimshaynee. Hey, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. I'll definitely make you and Mill mods for the live streams. I'll definitely do that. But yeah, that's Dear Avenger itself. That's the game that really popped out to me most. I'm gonna actually open up with the wolf knife right now. I was actually talking to my stepdad real quick about the new room that we're actually making right now, because we actually painted the whole room. We're actually doing a second coat, and we actually put up some new trim around the room, which looks really cool. I'll have to show that off again whenever I can. What about Sonic? Oh no, not Sonic 06. Oh no, no. That game's like erased, like that should be erased from our heads forever. Just pretend that like never exists. In all honesty though, one thing I can credit Sonic 06 for is its graphics. Its graphics are really on par. That's one thing I can agree with. Thanks for joining, honey. He's a good friend. I want to see him get some people. Yeah, like, I definitely appreciate that, man. You know what I mean? I like making content, and like, I like to make very visually pleasing content for people to come by. And you know what I mean? Talk about some cool stuff. Hear from you guys as well. Hear what you guys got to say about tech. That's one thing that really is great about the tech and, you know what I mean, technology type of community is that, you know what I mean, all of us could talk about some cool stuff. Give our opinions out. All that Gucci stuff. Alright, so the game is actually in here. Let me see how good condition the game is, because it could be scratched up. Perfect condition. Mint perfect condition. Oh, that's outstanding. That is outstanding on the condition that it's in. So let me actually show you guys the manual right here. So here's the manual. As you can see, you actually get a good variety of weapons. It just says rifle type 1, and then it just repeats that. We'll take a look at that game someday. I stopped watching BuzzFeed, The Worth. Oh, thank you, man. Highly appreciate that. We all gotta love ourselves some BuzzFeed, you know? Nothing better than watching good old BuzzFeed. I like, you gotta like their feminist video. That was great. And don't worry, YouTube, we're looking at YouTube. We know you made one as well. Pretty funny stuff. I think this one YouTuber named, what's his name? His name was, I think it was Neat Mike. He made a lot of videos on that, which was pretty funny. yeah, thank you for joining in on the stream. I highly appreciate that. You know what I mean? If you have any questions for tech, you always can let me know. When it comes to PCs, let me know. On the inside right here, it actually gives us some text right here. It's actually the 3 recent games behind it, which I just noticed now. Look for Bambo's other exciting adventures available wherever. I have to see if I feel like it transitioned from crappy 2D shooter to a 2D side scroll. I feel like that's what's happened with it. But we'll take a look at that. You know what? I'm gonna pull an AVGN and just make an angry video on Dear Avenger. I want to see how bad it is. Maybe it's a good game. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's good. I only like Worth It series from Buzz. Yeah, you know what I mean? Just from BuzzFeed, it's okay. It's okay, man. It's all good. Hey, if you want to, you can watch. It's up to you, my dude. So here's another game. Just it's called Play to Win Casino. Really, nothing else that you can say about it. Like, we're just gonna throw that away. You know, just pretend that ceased to exist. We got another fun game. It's definitely for us old folk called Wild Wheels. Wild Wheels. I know. That's great. Oh, don't worry, but the fun doesn't stop there with good old Chick-fil-A presents Kid... I thought I said Kid Concoctions. Oh, wow. Look at that. Coming from Chick-fil-A for you guys. Hey, what's up, Charles? How you doing, buddy? Going pretty good right now. I've been just looking at this good old game from Chick-fil-A. I definitely don't know how old this is, but that'll be something I look at some point in time. I'll probably look over all these PC games for a live stream or a video itself. We got good old backyard football and backyard basketball. Here they are right here. I actually played the baseball one, which was actually pretty good. I'm actually not gonna lie about that. Hey, that's awesome, man. That's freaking awesome. Freaking amazing. Pretty happy about that. Thank you for joining in on the stream. You guys should definitely, you know, like hit up my last stream. It was actually a pretty nice stream too, where I show off a lot of the Sonic Mania mods. There's actually a new one that nobody's shown yet, which was the Shattuck mod, which is basically Sonic and Shadow put together as a character, which is cool. Alright, so let's see for our next game that's on the stack pile right here. I'm saving to buy a new laptop. Is the Acer Aspire ES15 worth it? I think I actually seen a video on it. Let me actually check right here on this thing. Let me actually look it up real fast, because I actually might remember it if I took a look at it. So let me see. What price is it for what you're getting it for? Because of course there's going to be different models depending on the storage that you want and what CPU and what amount of memory that you need. I can help you with that. Because I actually could take a look from the specs and just say straight out right away. I see from right here, its CPU is Intel i3 4030U, graphics Intel HD graphics 4400. How much is it? 500. 4 gigabytes of DDR3 memory. In all honesty, if you're buying this laptop for $500, in all honesty, you're better off just building a PC for $500. And there's many videos that you can look up for $500 PC builds. Because the one on here that I'm looking at, the one that I'm actually looking at right here on this site, it says it's $479.96. And the resolution on it too isn't really the best. I'm looking at it right now, it's 1366 by 768. You definitely can get something else for, you could definitely get something else way better, to be honest, because my friend, he actually built a pretty cheap gaming rig, and he plays really well, you know what I mean, and it works better than laptops that actually cost that same price point, you know what I mean. The thing about laptops that I don't like is that a lot of companies, they like to throw laptops at a higher price, even though the laptop is pretty, you know what I mean, like the specs are kind of under expectations for many PC enthusiasts like myself. I would say lag is real. Oh, jeepers. Let me actually fix that. me see if I can fix that for you. Just trying to fix it real quick. And let me pop out the chat for you guys. Alright. Let me know, is the stream still laggy? Because if the stream is still laggy, I definitely can try to see what that issue is. Because it actually is like that a lot during the night. Ooh. My freaking camera. Alright, there we go. My camera's a little out of focus. I was like, what the freak? What the freak? What the freak? We're gonna do that. What the frick? I also like doing the Chewbacca voice. It's pretty fun to do. But anyways, the next game that we got right here, the Mojang Variety Pack. Pretty cool. I don't even know what this game is right here. We'll take a look at that later. And we also got, what's this? I actually have no idea what's in here. Game Pack Millennium. No idea what that is. I'm actually gonna look up and see if there's any, and see if I actually can find these and any gameplay for them, because I actually want to see that. Let's see right here. Tonka Construction 2. You like some Tonka Construction? There you go. Let me actually check on the stream to see how it's running right now. Go to live. Alright, it seems like it's pretty good so far. Hopefully it is, because if it isn't, I'm going to have to go to my Wi-Fi, and I'm going to have to beat it to smithereens. I'm going to have to get out the good old sword that Magic Tech Review has. I'm going to have to get his Link sword, smash the frick out of it. That's what's going to happen. Yeah, I know. Everybody's gone. It's okay, though. I'm used to it. It's like in school. A lot of people do that. It's okay, though. As long as you're here, it's okay, you know? At least you're here. The next thing that we got right here is called... unable to identify the name for this. Here it is right here, though. I actually have no idea what that is. Is this like a video? Or is this a game? I think it's a video. Yeah, yep, it's an action DVD. Well, I guess I always can watch myself one of those whenever I'm available. Let's see, I have a few more games here that I'm going to show. These are all like very crappy PC games that I'll probably do a whole video for and all. Trophy Hunter from Atari. So if you want to play Trophy Hunter from Atari on PC, there we go. Are you still here? All right, thank you. Traxxas video. Okay, because I couldn't see like what it was saying because of the X's. That's what we call double X right there. Oh man, so this if you want to go back to Windows 3.1 and 95, and if you want to test your typing, like if you have that operating system and you want to start typing, here you go. This is for you right here. As you can see right on the bottom for Windows 3.1 and 95. So if you guys really want to do that, you know what I mean? If you have a nice good computer sitting in the corner, maybe at your parents' house, great-grandparents' house, anybody, aunt, uncle, they got a computer, boom, just be like, hey, I actually need that computer. Why so? Because I'm going to be doing a typing test on there with my typing teacher CD. Boom, there you go, right there. Mind blown. Mind freaking blown. You have a not Windows 90. Wow, you actually, that's freaking great. I'm actually, you know what? Low-key, I'm going to have to try to get myself one of those and upload them to this one computer I got here. We have another 505 collection game disc. I know that's not important. This right here, I believe it came from Wendy's. Yep, it came from Wendy's. I actually remember this because I actually got one of these myself in the past, and I actually haven't tried the CD because I never was into PCs back when I was little. For this right here, this is Cross Stitch. What's this for? Windows 98. Okay. Here you go. Got some Cross Stitch Design Studio. And boom, for Windows 98. Hopefully it can focus so you guys can see. If it doesn't want to, then that's okay. That's fine. You guys know that, so. Yeah, MTR disappeared. Oh, lol, 6-9. Okay, you know, you can definitely put 6-9. You know, embrace yourself, John. Embrace yourself. The next thing that we got here is E Games by Demolition Derby and Figure 8 Race. Boom, there you go. I have no idea how this game is. But don't worry, we'll be taking a look at this. We can either do it, like, let me know if you actually want to see it on a stream, or if you want to see it as an actual funny video, because I can definitely make a funny video out of that. When you said Wendy's, I was thinking about, yeah, no, that's actually, you know, from Wendy's, the restaurant, you know, like the fast food place. That's, you know what I mean, that's actually where it came from. Here, I'll show you. Let me find it again, because I know I just, there you go, Wendy's. There you go. Boom. Wendy's. Oh, there he is. Yep. There's MTR. That's a funny video. Alright, that sounds good. Maybe I can add a little bit of that AVGN vibe. I always wanted to make a video like him, just because he kind of inspired me to actually, you know, start finding retro consoles and everything. And actually get, you know, the shittiest game on earth, which is ET. So that's why when I seen that, I bought that right away. So it was really cool. Cat face, boss. Are you feeling tired? It is pretty late. It's like 10:20 over here. But for the last game, probably the best game out of all, out of this whole thing, is a good old game by Fisher-Price. Power Wheels Off-Road Adventure. Here you go, ladies and gents. Here you go. Good stuff right there. Best game that you'll ever play. I'll show you guys a backside view right here. Hopefully you guys can see. There you go. Best game on the list right there. Without a matter of a doubt, the best one. So, I'm going to fix that later after the stream, because, you know, that's what you got to do. But if you haven't seen, I made a video on the desktop power station right here. This was an actually pretty good video, which I'm very happy about on how that turned out. If you guys want to see that video, I would definitely appreciate it. It was actually pretty cool because the product itself is really amazing, and I've seen it online for like so much, you know what I mean? I found it at the store for like 17 bucks. But they actually made, in that video, I said that they made fidget spinners and crappy VR headsets. I got their crappy VR headset, and I got their fidget spinner. I have to get an Atari emulator and ET ROM. Yeah, you'll definitely get that without, like, no problem. I think you can go to coolrom.com to get that emulator, or you could just look up a YouTube video on how to download one, or just get one on your phone, you know what I mean? I rather suggest downloading emulators on your phone, and there's this one emulator that combines all the, you know, a lot of the emulations together. One's called RetroArch, and I forgot the other name for the other one, but a lot of the audio is messed up in the other one, for that, like, ROM emulator folder, basically. Let me see here. But yeah, definitely try like ET. It's so freaking funny because I was actually playing it myself. Because when I right away when I got ET, I put that right into my Atari and tried it, and I'm like, this does suck. CompleteRoms.com. EMU Paradise is another website, but for some reason a lot of people said they had trouble with that site. I never had problems once with that site out of the 2 to 3 years I've been, actually no, 4 years I actually been going with emulators and, you know, playing emulators and checking them out. This is actually Extreme's fidget spinner right here. This is a Spider-Man one. This is actually, you know, this is by the same people that made that desktop power station. And one thing that I can actually say about is that they make pretty good fidget spinners. And this one was $1 at a Dollar Tree. I know. And then there's this other fidget spinner that's $5, and it's like poorly made, which is this one right here. Like you can hear, it's like, here, let me put it up to the mic. Like you can hear like the hollow plastic. And then we have the good old Batman fidget spinner. You can't forget about the Batman fidget spinner. That's one thing you can't forget. Remember, I didn't want to buy this. People bought it for me, so you know what I mean. I had to accept the fidget spinner. You have to accept it. You need complete ROM list of Sega Nintendo. Have complete list of NES. It's not old gold. Good. Yep. Yeah, you will need to get a complete ROM list when you can. For on my website, I do have like a ROM list, like ROMs listing of Sonic ROM hacks basically on there. So like if you were to download the zip file, right? Actually, no, it's not a zip file because it's like 200 something megabytes because it has all the ROM hacks on there. So it brings you to Google, and I think you download either the folder or the zip. And when you put that into, when you actually, you know what I mean, when you extract it, you'll be able to play all the games basically, which is really cool. Because I have them all, like they're all in bin files, SMDs, and gen files. So when you actually go into there, you can actually play them on the Genesis emulator pretty easily, as long as you have that folder that you can get from the site. Because I know a lot of people had trouble trying to find a lot of the ROM hacks of Sonic. So you know what I mean? I got them all together and I put them all into one folder. And of course, I take no credit with any of the games whatsoever. I never made a ROM hack yet, but I might at some point. I was playing Kirby and the Amazing Mirrorless. That's a really good game. That's awesome. That's a really good game. How far did you get into the game? And what's funny too that you mentioned Kirby, because there is a Sonic ROM hack for that. There is a Sonic ROM hack for Kirby where you can play as Kirby and Sonic. No, I want to actually get the complete NES ROM list in Genesis. I have the complete. Oh, so what you're saying is that like you have every single game basically, like every ROM for that system on. I got you. Okay, that's actually one thing a lot of people do with the Raspberry Pi. When they have Retro Pi on there, they basically get like the complete list, and they put it onto the Raspberry Pi. Easy as that. That's pretty cool. I have a Steelers fidget spinner. My dad's girlfriend got it for me. Oh, that's amazing. You have to post a picture on Twitter or something so I could see it. That'd be pretty cool. Volcano stage. Oh, okay, I got you. I wish you luck to get through the game. I wish you luck. Wish you luck. Let me see. Is there anything else I can show you guys that's pretty interesting, retro related? Actually, yes. I actually am going to be making a video pretty soon at some point, maybe next week, of playing 3D games with a NES controller. That's sounds pretty nutty itself, just saying NES and 3D in the same sentence. So yeah, I'll be playing some 3D games with an NES controller. That'll be very fun to do. Can't wait for that. Raspberry Pi 3 versus the Raspberry Pi W. The Pi W, let me actually, I don't think I looked too up into the Raspberry Pi W. Let me see here. I actually could probably look right here and give you like my thoughts about it right here. So let's see right here. Let me actually look up something easier by, let me just put in. Did the Raspberry Pi W just come out, or has that been out for a little while? Because I actually never heard about it. Oh, no, never mind. Never mind. I just seen right here, it's like 5th birthday when I looked it up on Google. Well, that makes a lot of sense. So, let me check right here. That's the Raspberry Pi. That's the 0. Yeah, I'm looking right here at these as we speak. So that's actually the Raspberry Pi itself. Let me put in W. Oh, alright, that's the Raspberry Pi. Wow. You know what? I actually just witnessed one of the Raspberry Pi Ws because I forgot the name of it because I was actually talking to my shop teacher about it. He actually had one himself. What's actually really cool between the Raspberry Pi W and 3 is definitely the form factors themselves. I believe there is a different I/O on the 0 and the 3 and the W basically. So let me actually look up the Raspberry Pi 3. I'll actually show you guys on the tab itself the difference between them, what they actually look like if you were to look at them from a visual standpoint. So let me go back to right here so you guys can see. So if we're to go onto Google and look up the Raspberry Pi 3, as you can see right here, here it is. You see a full HDMI port, you see the power, and then you can see a few connections right here that you can use for ribbon cables, depending on what you want to use them for, such as a camera, because there actually is a camera add-on that you can put on with the ribbon cable. There's 4 USB 2.0 ports, I believe, and right there is the Ethernet port. So, and right here, this is just extension right here. I believe that also on this board itself, you can put in a fan, which is pretty cool. I have to look up here. I'll actually look for you guys right now, because you actually can put a little fan on, which is kind of cool if you really want to cool the CPU. So let me actually go back right here so you guys can see that. And here's the Raspberry Pi W. So as you can see right here, here it is. As you can see, it is a lot smaller form factor wise, and I believe this is morely used as for programming, because the Raspberry Pi 3, this is more used for heavy use. So you can be using this for the RetroPie. That's basically what this is really good for. So if you actually wanted to do that, you can get the Raspberry Pi 3 if you really are going with specs wise. If you're just doing simple such as programming or something light, then the Raspberry Pi W is really good, especially for just throwing straight into your pocket and bringing it out, or just using it for at a certain job, depending on what it's for. If you know what I mean, if it comes to something with electrical, or you know what I mean, even programming wise, that's what this is mainly used for right here, because I actually witnessed it myself, and it was really good for doing that. If you want to see more of a, you know what I mean, more of a standpoint right here for how it looks when you take a look at it, this is actually how it looks compared to some coins right here. So as you can see, there's the penny. Here's how it looks between a dime, nickel, and quarter. So as you can see, you can actually throw maybe like, if you were to actually throw on a certain amount of quarters, like I would say this is around like 2 to 2.5 quarters long. That's what it looks like right here if you were to take a look at it. So let me actually go back to the face cam now, because now we know what that's like. Let's see right here. Do you watch any sports? If so, who's your favorite teams? Then I must choose it. Yeah, the Raspberry Pi 3. Choose that if you're going for higher specs. I believe it's $35 at the moment, and I know the Raspberry Pi W. Let me actually check the price on that. Raspberry Pi W. I know it is a cheaper price. Let me see. I actually can't find it anywhere right here. I'll have to look at it later. But I do know it is, I definitely know it's better to get the Raspberry Pi W for just programming use and just having around for in your pocket. Basically good for bringing to a friend's house or something. That's what it's also good for. But if I used to watch baseball quite a few, because I actually used to be in like Little League baseball when I was younger. So I was really into baseball a lot. I never really been into any other sports other than that, really. But if I was, like, my favorite team, if I really was to choose, oh, man. It's really hard to decide, because I keep switching between teams. Like, of course, every kid, you know, that lives where I do, they're going to be saying that their team state is their favorite, basically. But if I actually was to choose a team that I like sticking with, it would probably have to be Phillies, just because, you know what I mean? Like, you know, there are people that I used to be big fans of for a long time. They kind of do, they really suck, to be honest. You know what I mean? They're not really a big favorite of mine, but I just haven't been into baseball as much as of lately. But that's what I used to watch the most, and I usually watched most of the Phillies games that came on. I used to be really into the, what was it? I think it was, there's a few other teams I was really into. Like, I never really had one favorite team for baseball. I really just like the certain players on those teams better. Like Utley from the Phillies, I really liked how he was as a player on the team, which is what drove me to like that team a lot. If I was to choose a team for football, it would definitely be Steelers. I always been into the Steelers, without a matter of a doubt. I never really liked any other teams other than the Steelers. I always liked Steelers a lot. Baseball versus cricket. Well, if you were to throw a baseball straight at a cricket, I think the baseball would win. Oh crap, CV Tech is live. Oh, CV Tech is live? Bet. I'm actually gonna watch him right now. We're actually gonna watch him right freaking now. That's what we're gonna do. So let's actually go and check out our boy CV Tech and say what's up. Say hello to him. See how he's doing. He actually been doing a few really good videos as of lately. So let's actually go into tab. You're actually going to see this in full screen now, which is good. So let me actually bring this down in size so you guys can see. So there he is right here. So what he's actually, let me see, is this up all the way? Alright, sweet stuff.
Going. Have you having a good night?
So he's just starting his stream up right now, so it's really good to see everybody in here. I'm gonna say what's up. Wuzzer. That's like the best way to say hello, just wuzzer. Or just saying random stuff, you know what I mean? That's something that a lot of people like to do too. Let me go back to face cam so you can see the wonderful face that makes slimshaynee graphics the way it is today. That's what it is. Definitely make sure you go check out CV Tech as well. He's really cool. I really like watching a lot of his streams. He's super freaking chill. I'm actually going to watch that after this because why not? I feel like football and basketball, but I like football and basketball, but I'm more into football than basketball. The Steelers is my favorite team. The Steelers is such a good team in my opinion. I always liked it, and when they won the Super Bowl, I was like, you know what I mean? I was like, I knew our team would win eventually. But yeah, CV Tech, he's really cool. I always think his streams are extremely chill, very similar to yours, MTR. That's what I really like about streams when it comes to tech channels, you know what I mean? Just because it's really chilled out and a lot of people can ask whatever questions that they need for mobile devices, basically. So that's, pretty good stuff. Do I have anything in store for you guys that I can show you right now? No, I cannot. Just because there's so much crap behind me right now. If I could, I would literally stack my PS1s, my PS2, PS3, and PS4 all together because I do have a picture of that. You know what? Here, let me show you guys a picture. Where is my iPad stuck under all these crappy games? Oh man, I'm sorry. Sorry you had to go through this iPad. Sorry. Oh wait, no, never mind. It's on my chair. Tanki Online is the best MMO game in my opinion. I actually haven't seen Tanki Online. Let me check that out real quick. Let's check it out. Tanki Online. I think I might have heard about this game before. Oh, it's a mini clip game. Oh, that game. Okay, I remember actually checking this out before. It actually isn't a bad MMO in all honesty, especially because how you can customize your tanks and everything. It's like really good for like if you're playing, like if you can't really run anything as great, that's like a good game to play. If you're on like a little bit of a budget on that one. So let me actually bring up my photos right here on my iPad because I actually do have the picture. Actually, you know what? No, I actually do have it on PC. I remember. So let me go to Gmail real quick, or Google Plus. That's what I meant to say. And here we go. Let me show you guys back on the tab. Here is my consoles I stacked up. So I actually have my original PS1s to the side because I have two original PS1s. I just haven't put them here because I wanted to put my PS1 Slim up there just because I wanted to put from bigger to smaller, kind of. So here's the PS4. I have the original PS4 when it first came out. I got it like the first day it came out. Here's the Ps3 Slim. I used to have the new PS3 when that first came out, but over time it just really sucked and it started wearing off and didn't really work as well and kind of broke. So you know what I mean. I had to get rid of that. Here's the Ps2 Slim. I have the original PS2 as well, which is funny. I always have the originals of all these consoles. It's so funny because I even have the PS1 originals as well, which is I got two of them. One has a broken laser disc, so that's pretty cool though. You know what I mean? Like I have the originals of all the PlayStations. I really wish I can get the PS3 original one back though, because it's freaking broken. Like what the freak? So let's go back to the beautiful face, the wonderful face. Hopefully you guys I like that picture. I actually wanted to show that. Your username. I'll definitely here. Let me actually follow you right now while I'm at it, so I don't forget. I actually probably wouldn't forget either way, but I'm gonna do it anyway because that's what we like to do. That's what we like to do. So let me actually. Hey, there you go. It came up right away. Boom! Got you with the follow. Got you with the follow, my dude. Let me actually like your recent. Wait, wasn't the world supposed to end today? Yeah, world was supposed to end. But oh well. Let's see right here. Anything interesting on Twitter? Nah, nothing too interesting on Twitter right now. An Xbox enthusiast. Oh, there we go. Xbox enthusiast. I like that. I really like Xbox is pretty cool. Do you have the original Xbox by any chance, or do you have the 360 and Xbox One? Because I know a lot of people have PS3s and Xbox 360s, and then they have either an Xbox One or a PS4 after that. Nobody has that all four of them basically. My brother, he has an Xbox One, but I don't play on it as much because he uses it for media purposes for Netflix and everything. I use, you know what I mean, like I have a PlayStation 4 for its exclusives and such. Oh, the original Xbox? There we go. That's what I like. I have to see if I can get myself one of those. I wonder how much they are right now, because I might try to see if I can get one either at the flea market or something, because I haven't seen them at the flea market as much either. Xbox. Actually, let me look up original. That's what I meant to say. Let's see. $34.99 on eBay. Oh, that's actually not bad. There's actually a lot of games at the flea market that you can get for pretty cheap. I think it was like $2 a pop, as a lot of people like to say, $2 a pop. Let me check it. I have to check out how CV Tech his thing's doing. Oh yeah, I forgot that you guys can actually hear it too. My bad. Yeah, hopefully you guys can actually hear me. I didn't know if the volume was over or not. I forgot that the stream volume was on, so you guys would be hearing that as well. Definitely go check him out though. He's really cool. Good stuff. Alright, so let's see. Is there anything else that you guys would like to talk about tonight? Anything PC related, console related, retro console related, graphics wise related? Anything from the tippy top to the bottom, you can let me know about, because I definitely like to help out with that. I really like the thumbnail on MTR's thing. I really like the thumbnail for that. Good stuff. No lie right there. One thing that I will recommend is definitely go out and definitely go to like a flea market around you, because there's like so many good retro consoles you can find. Don't trust people with PCs at flea markets. Don't trust them, because this one guy tried to sell me one when I was coming by and I was checking them out. He was trying to sell me a what was it? It was a dual core processor, and I think it had 2 or 4 gigs of memory, but I think it was like DDR2 stick, something like that. I forgot, but I know it's not DDR3L for sure. But he was selling and this was like an older laptop too. It was like one of those box laptops, like very fat ones, were chunky and had the square look to them. Where they have it has a very bad resolution as well. He tried to sell me it for $100. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, is this guy out of his mind for price? I'm like, I'm gonna be getting laptops soon that are cheaper than that, and you know what I mean, have higher specs. I'm like you'll get ripped off by people when it comes to that. That's one thing you gotta watch out for. But when it comes to retro consoles and games related, a lot of people give out good deals on that most of the time, so that's one thing you don't have to worry about if you're going to the flea market for that. My laptop dropped and it's still working, but when I took out the battery and tried turning it on, it wouldn't. Ooh, that's not good. Well, he said it was still working after it dropped, but it wouldn't work after that. Maybe, what did he say? Probably motherboard or hard drive. You know what I think? Maybe there was a disconnection inside the laptop. Maybe the hard drive accidentally slipped out of it, or maybe something unplugged within the laptop. Maybe you can, you know what I mean, go into it and open up the screws and everything and see if there's any disconnections on the motherboard. Maybe something, you know, maybe a piece fell off the motherboard, you know. Try like shaking a little bit just to see if you hear anything. If you hear anything, then that's when you know something from the motherboard probably fell off. If you don't hear anything, then look inside the laptop and see if there's any disconnections. That is if you have like a MacBook. That's a different story. The Asus K55N. Let me check that out. Ooh, look at this puppy. Let me get a good look on that. Is there any good other pictures of it? There we go. Yeah, you probably can like throw it upside down and then see if there's any screws underneath, and then you can open that up. Actually, here's the motherboard for I'm looking at right now. Let me look right here. Cooling fan, CMOS battery. I believe the hard drive's like right under the motherboard itself. But like I said, try to see if there's any disconnection issues. If there isn't any disconnection issues and if everything's still put together, try either getting a new battery, or give it a couple days for the laptop, because for some reason a similar situation happened with my laptop and it wouldn't turn on after I took out the battery. But after like a few days, I tried turning it on again. It did out of nowhere, which I find pretty funny. So that's something that is a pretty weird issue sometimes. Yeah, definitely take a look inside and see like what's up, because there could be something that fell off. Maybe, you know what I mean. Like anything could fall off. Maybe a screw is loosened. If there's a screw loosened, make sure you tighten it back up, because it's actually pretty critical to have some screws tightened in, because some of them are very important when it comes to booting up the system. For example, on the Chrome box I got, there's a screw in there that can authorize the Chrome box to do a certain task, you know what I mean? Such as, you know what I mean, loading a different operating system on, where people put Remix OS / Android on it. That's something that is pretty important as well. I don't know if that's going to be with, you know, the same way with the laptop, but that's something that you should definitely take a look on whenever you can. I actually can add I'll actually add moderators right now, actually, while we're sitting here, just because, you know what I mean, pretty chill for stopping by. So let me get Mill Hustles is now the moderator. Hello, Lindsay, you are now moderator. And I got Shay as moderator. You guys are now moderators. So you're all pretty good to go on that part. See, you guys are now moderators. Hopefully when you type in the chat next, it'll come up blue with the wrench. So that'll be pretty good stuff. Sadly, I can't do super chat or anything like that at the moment either, because I think you have to, like, it used to be 500 subscribers. Now they brought it up to 1,000 in their terms and everything. So it's something that I have to try to get to. So hopefully by the end of this year, I can probably make it to that reaching point, which I definitely hope so. Because I definitely like to see if I can start upgrading more of myself with YouTube. So I'm going to try to see if I can monetize and try to make money off of it and use that towards stuff for YouTube. That's something I really want to do. Really? First time? Hey, there you go. There you go. See? See? You see? Hey, there you go. Oh, you're a mod for NTR as well? That's cool. Yeah, it was funny. It's like, I think for the longest time, I think I wasn't a mod. And I never even thought about asking him until, like, just yesterday. And he said, oh, you're already a mod. I'm like, oh. I didn't see the blue on my name. I didn't even pay attention because, you know what I mean? I didn't even pay attention to that. I'm like, oh, alright. That's okay then. That's fine. Let me see right here. Is there anything else I really want to show you guys? Maybe I actually can show you some images of my gaming rig. Do I still have pictures of it on my PC? I might have some pictures on here. I'm trying to look right now. I don't think I do. Nope. That's fine. I'll definitely show that off on another stream. But if you do have a laptop, and like let's say if you have a low range spec laptop and you're really trying to play some old games, like Mill Hustles was saying, with old 90s and 2000 games, a lot of the PC games back then, they're like really good for PCs now if you really want to get into gaming and have, like, you know what I mean, like good resolution and good FPS on those games from the past. Even Half-Life, you'll be able to get pretty good performance out of it. For some reason on some computers it kind of sucks, which is pretty weird, but it's no biggie, no big deal. But a lot of the games from the Chrome Web Store are really good too, if you don't have too much of a great PC system. Oh, excuse me. Like, I have a Chrome box, like I mentioned before, and on the Chrome box I don't really have as many great games, so, you know what I mean, I download a lot of them from the Chrome Web Store, and I make top 5s on them, which is one thing a lot of people like, so I might get back into that, or something. So I think that's about it. There's nothing really too much else to talk about. I really want to just show off what I got at the flea market for my retro console pickup. I'll look over some of the things again, just so we can see from right here. So, of course, we got one of the big things, the Game Boy Color. This is transparent right here. It has more of like a, for some reason I see like purple light off of it, which is pretty weird. That might be just me, but like you see like it's like a very faded purple. Like it's kind of like you have to like really look at the device for a long while, or at the little console for a little while until you actually kind of see. You're like, oh, that little pink, like purple kind of glare in a way. I don't know, but it's hard to explain. But yeah, it has that like little purple output to it, which I really like. You know what I mean? I also like how you can see the internals of the device all on here, because you actually can see the board on there, see it on the front. Really cool stuff. I really like that a lot. I used to have the lime green one, but I actually sold that to a friend because it wasn't as in great condition, and he really wanted one really badly for Pokemon games. So I gave him that. You know what I mean? It's like the Game Boy Color. I don't really need it badly. It's not like a console that I've been trying to strive to get. A console that I am trying to strive to get right now is the Famicom, or the what was it? The Atari Jaguar. That's another console I've been trying to look for. But those two alone are, pretty rare to come by on a, daily basis. I was actually gonna buy one for $100 with an AV, but I was like, nah, because I don't have any games. But we have Wild Gunman. This is from, if you watch Back to the Future 2, you can see that right here. That's where this is kind of from. They should make a clear. You know what? I don't think anybody made a clear laptop before. I don't think anybody made a transparent laptop. Let me actually check that real quick. Transparent laptop. I feel like somebody might have done it, but at the same time, I'm not too sure. The only transparent that I can actually see that some people did is using a mirror, like a rear-facing camera. Yeah, you're right. There's no clear laptops out there. That's actually very interesting. I never known. Do you have a Switch or Wii? I do have the original Wii. I got two of them actually. It's something that I don't have like on my shelf in my collection, or that I will be, because those are basically for family. You know what I mean? That's like the Wii itself is a family console, so we have that out in the living room. We actually have a few other consoles as well. Like we have in my sister's room, I set up the Xbox 360, and I set up the what else did I set up? I set up the 360, and I set up the PS2 in her room with the flat screen TV, so she has those two consoles to play on whenever she wants to. I actually do have an Xbox 360 right here. I recently just got from another video that I made, where I show from the store. You know what I mean? Like, there's this place called Goodwill. You know what I mean? And I got it for like 20 bucks there. So I was like, oh, that's great. I don't have a Switch. Do you have a Switch? I know. If I ask for a Wii, I know almost 9 out of 10 everybody's gonna have a Wii. It's one of the most sold consoles by this point. Because there's a lot of you know what I mean? Like, I'm in 12th grade, so when I'm actually in my shop during school, freshmen usually come in to explore the shop that we're in, and you know what I mean? A lot of them ask what consoles I have, you know what I mean? Because they're, a lot of them are, pretty interested with technology, and a lot of them are pretty interested with games as well. So, you know what I mean? I ask them, and at least 9 times out of 10, they have a Wii. Just the Wii, or they have a Wii and maybe something else. Now, you don't have a Switch? The Switch is okay, in my opinion, but I actually rather prefer getting the NVIDIA Shield Portable than the Switch. I know that there is the Nintendo exclusive games that a lot of people love on there, and that may be worth it in itself, to be honest, but if you're just finding any games to play on the go, I prefer the NVIDIA Shield Portable more than the Nintendo Switch, just because you're able to play Android games on there, and that usually means that, because, the Android operating system and App Store, you know what I mean, it's always being updated, and, you know what I mean, it's just something that you could just keep getting games for, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of free games that you can play, and, you know what I mean? There's also the paid games as well, but there's like, you know, even emulators, you know what I mean? I find the Nvidia Shield Portable really worth your money more than getting the Nintendo Switch. I believe the Nvidia Shield Portable is $50 cheaper, because I think the Switch is $250, if I'm right, and Nvidia Shield Portable is at $200, I think, for either a used or a new one. I forgot, but really cool stuff though. But anyways, other than that, I think that's all what we got. I'm definitely going to be reviewing this game right here, Dear Revenge 4. I'll probably be doing an AVGN parody. If you haven't checked them out, definitely go do that. But anyways, thank you for stopping by in the stream. Hopefully you checked out CV Tech as well during the stream. That would be pretty cool. But anyways, have a great one, guys. And this is slimshaynee Graphics out. And peace. Definitely go to the flea market when you can if you want to get some retro consoles. But anyways, bye-bye.